Okay. First things first, let's make sure audio is working, okay? Okay. First things first, let's make sure audio is working, okay? All right, we're good. What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Malin, and welcome to the first official rebuild for me in Madden 27. I told y'all this is probably going to be the first one, so might as well make it the first one. Trying my hand at rebuilding the Cleveland Browns yet again. Last year in Madden, I gave it a shot for, I think, 5, 6-ish seasons, and it was really a big struggle. Now, typically, I don't like to do rebuilds more than 5 years, but with this particular Cleveland Browns rebuild, I think I'll stay at it as long as I can. One of the things that I have been doing off camera with Madden 27 is learning about some of the new features when it comes to franchise. This new menu has taken me a little bit of getting used to. I feel like that while I was doing the Cowboys franchise, I was struggling to kind of know where things are and know how everything kind of works differently in franchise mode. I do like the makeover, but then again, franchise has been very copy and paste for the last few Maddens, especially ever since it went to the PS5. So I was still feeling like I was getting used to it. Now, I want to talk about the Cowboys franchise. I'm actually going to start that over again, but it's actually going to be more of an actual rebuild. I don't know when I'm going to restart that, but I plan on maybe restarting that this coming weekend. By the way, I actually took today off from work. The main reason is because I had a dentist appointment, but I took off from work entirely today. I'm actually glad I did because I had to get some fillings, so I had extra time needed off from that. But anyway, basically had a 3-day weekend. I know that I streamed a little bit on Saturday, but I didn't do any yesterday. But I'm back here today to at least start up the Cleveland Browns rebuild. And I got to tell you, what really kind of gave me a little bit of a kick to be able to want to start this rebuild with the Browns and really try to fix this team is all of the news that's come out in real life of the Deshaun Watson situation. You know, he at post game at the end of the Bills game, and then again, for those of y'all that I've talked to on this channel, obviously I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, but I love the NFL in general. That's why it's easy for me to get into rebuilding different teams. I'm not saying I know every single player on every NFL team, and my memory and my recollection is starting to get a little bit worse, if I'll admit, as I continue to age and get busy with work and all of that. But when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, it's been a very sorry franchise. It's been a joke of a franchise. A lot of people have said that the Browns are like the Cowboys. The difference is that the Cowboys have more bling than the Cleveland Browns. And this is the first season where Myles Garrett is not on the team. So I don't have the benefit of having a 99 overall pass rusher to be able to build this defense around. Yes, we got Jared Verse, but this team needs a lot of work. And I'm a little bit nervous to take a look at the salary cap and contract situation because I feel like that we right now are going to be in salary cap hell for a little bit. Like, we're starting out this franchise right now with $15.6 million in cap space for the first year. That is not a lot of cap space to make serious moves at making this team better. And it's also going to be tough for us in the first offseason to retain players to keep this team as good as it could be. So that's going to be the struggle that I'm going to be going through. But like I said, I feel like I'm getting the hang of this new menu a little bit. It basically puts everything in the weekly hub for you to check and do, so that way you can kind of simulate through a season if you really want to. So that's what we're going to really kind of be doing. Because when it comes to rebuilds, I am kind of like the typical YouTuber where mostly do a lot of simulating unless the team makes the playoffs, then I jump in. You guys have seen me do previous rebuilds on the channel, and that's what I like to do. So, of course, with this video, it's going to be your typical format, at least with this first video, the whole season plus the off season at the end of the stream. So let's get to work and see what we can get going here with the Cleveland Browns for 2026 at the startup point. The first thing I got to check out is the salary situation. So this will tell me we have 15.6 in cap space, obviously. And with Deshaun Watson, total $133 million. That is ridiculous. And he's not even the top-rated quarterback on the team. That is Shedeur Sanders. So That just leaves me thinking, how in the world are we going to rebuild this team? The first thing I want to try to see if I can do is see if I can restructure Deshaun Watson's contract.
Persona DNA makes every player unique.
And look, I can't even do it. I can't even restructure his contract. So we're stuck like this. Can I restructure anybody?
This is the abilities tab.
So with Denzel Ward, it might be a point right now where I can't restructure anybody because we're getting everything kind of started. So it is what it is. Let me actually go ahead and take a look at the roster right now, right off the start. I know the quarterback situation, but I want to look at all the other positions. So I don't really know how I'm going to approach this year one, if I'm being brutally honest. I think what I'm going to do, just to give him the benefit of the doubt, I'm going to go ahead and put Deshaun Watson as the starting quarterback for the first year. Shedeur Sanders might progress better. And maybe by the middle point of the season, if we're just one in whatever, then we'll put Shedeur Sanders in and see what he can do. I don't really know, honestly, when I can move Deshaun Watson, move on from him, trade him, or do something to get him off the roster, because the biggest issue is the contract and its overall, guys. It's a 69 overall. This is an absolutely horrible situation to start out. And then again, this is pretty much what I faced last year and what most people face when they've tried to rebuild the Browns in the last couple of Maddens. Even in Madden, this contract is ridiculous, and it absolutely prevents any serious moves in the first few years of controlling the Browns. I do feel like that Shedeur could be the long-term solution at quarterback, but how am I going to deal with Watson being here? We also have Dillon Gabriel still here. A lot of people forget that he exists. So he's our third-string quarterback. And the final quarterback is Taylor Green. Maybe he might be the solution, but I don't know. Basically, right now in our quarterback room, we got a guy in Shedeur Sanders who I'd kind of like to hitch my wagon up to, but because of Deshaun Watson being the guy that is making the most money of everybody on the team, and being a guy that might still have one last that may deserve, at least for this first season, one last shot at trying to be the guy. And then we have Dillon Gabriel, who was basically drafted as another backup solution just in case this guy doesn't work out. And then on top of it, we got this guy, who they basically drafted in case all three of these guys don't work out. The Cleveland Browns quarterback situation is an absolute mess. And I don't know what I'm going to be able to do to fix this. I feel like the best thing I can do to fix this is I'm just going to have to wait a couple of years. I hate to do that because I want to be able to get this team in the playoffs right away within a 5-year rebuild, but I don't think it's going to happen for the first couple of years because if you look at the overall ratings, it just doesn't look good. Now, our running back room is looking a little bit better. We do have a clear-cut number one guy in Quinshon Judkins. 82 overall, not very bad. Dylan Sampson is the backup to him, and we have Raheem Sanders. We're very young at running back. All of these guys were drafted last year. So the good thing is that in terms of our quarterback situation, outside of Deshaun Watson, in our running back situation, we're very young there. So there's a lot of chance for these guys to grow, and we also don't have to worry about contracts coming up until maybe a couple of years down the line. And we have Michael Burton as our starting fullback, who actually, I thought that said 86. He's a 66. But not bad. We actually have a fullback on the team. That's a good relief. Top receiver, Jerry Jeudy, 81 overall. We've got one of the guys that a lot of people have talked about during the preseason. I got a feeling this guy, Casey Concepcion Jr., is going to develop pretty well. And who knows, maybe by year 3, we could have 2 receivers in the 80s. Because what I usually have done in the last 2 Cleveland Browns rebuilds that I've attempted is try to get a veteran additional receiver. But we may not have to pull the trigger on that if Concepcion is going to develop. Now, who knows? It couldn't happen that way, but we'll see. We also have another young receiver, another rookie in Denzel Boston. And there's been a lot of kind of hype around him. This team overall, as far as like skill positions on offense, is very young. Like, except for Jerry Jeudy, who's a 6-year veteran, who still isn't, too old. I mean, he's 27 years old. He's been around on an NFL team for a little bit. We got a rookie, another rookie, a 3-year veteran in Tillman, but still pretty decently young at 26 years old. Tylan Wallace is one of the older guys, but a decent depth piece. Isaiah Bond is only a 1-year experienced guy, former Texas Longhorn and Alabama Crimson Tide. I remember when he was at Alabama, too. Malachi Corey, Jamari Thrash. I'm pretty sure his father's James Thrash, if any Eagles or Redskin or Commanders fans remember him. And Gage Larvaden. I don't know if I pronounced that name right, but he kind of seems like a depth piece. But we're still very young. Now, Harold Fannin, we don't have David Njoku anymore, but Harold Fannin is not too shabby. 80 overall tight end who could easily be in the mid 80s by the end of the season. So he might develop pretty well. I feel like that because this Browns team is very young, a lot of these guys have the potential to develop maybe quickly, or at least we have the benefit of being able to keep this core of young guys intact and sprinkling in veterans where I feel necessary. But starting out with an 80 overall tight end at 1 year in the league with Harold Fannin Jr. is not a bad place to begin. This guy, Joe Royer, he is a rookie, 66 overall. Bates, Jack Stoll, Ryan, and Blake Whiteheart. I'm pretty sure he's the long snapper. Spencer Fano, rookie, left tackle, starting out at a 79 overall. That is not too bad, if you ask me. We also have got DeJuan Jones backing him up. Left guard is a 78 overall Zion Johnson. He's a bit more of a veteran, but not too bad for an offensive line. Zitter and Kendrick Green, although he was a bust with the Houston Texans. I don't know how much his career can really be revived in Cleveland, especially being a 5-year veteran. You're a 69 overall. Starting center, Elston Jenkins, former Green Bay Packer, 84 overall center. That kind of bodes well for the quarterback situation, especially if you've got a young guy back there. We got some guys in the 60s, nothing really too special there. Tevin Jenkins is 77 right guard. KT Levinson, I remember when he was in a Los Angeles Ram, although 68 overall doesn't really bode well for a backup. We got an 80 overall Titus Howard, former Houston Texan, at right tackle. So offensive line, we've got what? 79, 78, 84, 77, and 80. So we've got 80 guys, low 80 guys, and high 70 guys. And Spencer Fano could easily be in the 80s by maybe even game number 4 if he develops well. So who knows, because he's only a rookie. So I think the offensive line for the future might not be looking too bad. Now, this is where things are going to get a little bit hairy on defense. Isaiah McGuire, 72 overall left edge rusher. Alex Wright, I believe he was here last year. And then here's the big guy out of the Myles Garrett trade. Jared Verse, only 25 years old, 2 years in the league. He kind of already was starting to become a star in L.A., but now the Rams, of course, are in win-now mode, so they said, listen, kid, we got a chance to get Myles Garrett. We got to throw you in the mix. So I'm hoping that I think with the Myles Garrett trade, there were multiple first-round picks, so hopefully we can hit on those draft picks in the first couple of years and rebuild this, maybe more so focusing on defense. But I still like the fact that we get to start out with Jared Verse as an 88 overall right edge rusher, 2 years in the league and only 25. I think his career is going to get even better. He may be not Myles Garrett level, but maybe at maybe a Micah Parsons level as far as overalls by year 2 or 3. And we got Mason Graham at defensive tackle, kind of a guy that's a little bit of an under-the-radar defensive tackle as far as some of the better ones in the National Football League. 1 year in the league, and he's already an 80 overall, so that kind of bodes well. Malik Collins, former Dallas Cowboy, long time ago, but he's the guy that's long in the tooth. 31 years old, 10 years in the league. He's not going to be here for much longer. Hall Jr., Chapman, Davis, all these guys are just depth pieces right here. Sam linebacker is Nathaniel Watson, who I actually signed off camera in my Cowboys franchise. Year 2, 68 overall, but Sam linebackers don't get a lot of love in this game anyway, so we might look at drafting one. Who knows? Now this guy, Carson Schwesinger, who I think was a pick that the Browns hit on last year. Despite the fact that Cleveland was horrible, this guy played pretty well. And he's already 83 overall just 1 year in the league. So starting out with an 83 overall Mike linebacker, not too bad at all, especially only being 1 year in the league. Jefferson is a rookie, and then we've got Ulofoncio, 66 overall. That's a heck of a last name. JOK, as everybody calls him, 83 overall linebacker. So we have, two decent linebackers. We also got a 7 overall Quincy Williams, which isn't too bad, a former New York Jet. And we've got Reed and that guy. Cornerbacks, we still have Denzel Ward, 94 overall corner. We still have Denzel, 29, 8 years in the league, all-pro, Pro Bowler. Starting out with the Jalen Ramsey type corner, if you want to call it that. I'm just kind of going in homage back to my Pittsburgh Steelers rebuild. Not too bad starting out. We also have the veteran Tyson Campbell. He could stick around for a little bit, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep a veteran like him. I mean, I like that, but don't know how long I'm going to keep that. And we also have Miles Harden, D'Angelo Ross. We could use some depth at corner in the draft if we can acquire some. Free safety, Ronnie Hickman, 76 overall. Hasn't really developed very well. McNeil Warren, pretty solid, a rookie. He's probably going to be in shape to take over as the starter whenever we decide to let Hickman go. And also Donovan McMillan, strong safety, Grant Delphin. I almost forgot about him. 82 overall strong safety, 6 years in the league, not too bad. Miles Bryant, 68. Daniel Thomas. We've got Chris Edmonds. Kicker. Do we not have a kicker? Oh, no, we do. Okay, Andre Smith. And we've got Corey Bajorquez. So the thing that is just going to hold this team back is the quarterback position. Like, I'm looking at our top players right here. And we got top players starting out in the 80s. But the problem is that we don't have one of our players at the quarterback position in the 80s. We got to fix that in order for the Cleveland Browns to do anything in this division or in the playoffs. Because you're looking at because like right now, look, we're a 7-8 overall team. We got a better defense than an offense. But that's because we have a 68, 69, we have two 69 overall quarterbacks. That's the problem. So we got to fix that. So as far as the quarterback situation, I am going to roll with Deshaun Watson, like I said. So I'm putting him in as the number 1 QB. And like I said, we're probably still going to see Shedeur Sanders play at some point this season. I am absolutely not ruling that out one single bit. So it doesn't look like we can do anything to restructure any contracts, maybe potentially until after the preseason. So we'll get through some of this stuff first. So let's check this out. I'm going to go ahead and let the staff handle the extra preseason work for these guys. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Getting ready for week 1. Let's go ahead and view player salaries really quick. I wonder if maybe now we can do some restructuring. It doesn't look like we can. Okay, let me go to Verse maybe. No, we still can't do any restructuring with him. We probably can't do any restructuring until the regular season. So we'll just wait on that. All right. So let's go ahead and actually advance through the first preseason game against the Bears. Like I said, Deshaun Watson is in there at quarterback for now. I'm sure Shedeur Sanders is going to get a lot of playing time. And we actually got blown out in the first preseason game against Chicago. I kind of want to see maybe how things looked in the first preseason game. Let me go ahead and see how this game kind of went. I want to look at player stats. For us, Shedeur played better than Watson. Both quarterbacks had interception. We had no touchdowns. So it looks like our only touchdown came from Quinshon Judkins, who had 5 carries, 27 yards. Right now, it looks like, once again, like I suspected going into the season, we have no offense. So we're just going to have to really figure that out. And we'll get to it when we get to it. So let's go ahead and get to the preseason. We'll get to roster cuts, and we'll get the team finalized, the final 53, before we get ready for the regular season. And it looks like that we also lost to the Bills in a blowout. So now we've got to play the Patriots to wrap up the preseason. I don't plan on making any big free agent moves right now because, quite frankly, even for $15 million, we can't afford it right now. And I'm not going to spend money on like 1 year players as of right now, just yet. I'm not going to do that. Looks like eight. Well, looks like our overall went up on offense and defense a little. Well, actually, no. 79 offense, 80 defense, and 80 overall. Okay, so I'll let the staff handle that. Now we got to do roster cuts. First things first, let me actually check the injury report and see if anybody got banged up in the preseason. You got to be kidding me. JOK, ruptured disc, 23 to 29 week. Collins has a torn labrum. He's out 1 3 weeks. So JOK is already on IR. Shoot. So do I go after a will linebacker? I got to take a look at our depth chart right now. I got to go and take a look at our weak side linebacker position. Because right now, I feel like I need to go and get somebody to help. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's hold off on that. Quincy Williams is not too bad. Let me take a look at the depth chart and see the overall rating. Okay, so like overall-wise, Shedeur Sanders is better than Deshaun Watson right now. And I know that you could say, oh, you know, go with the hot hand. But look, I'm trying to play this first year a little bit like the Browns are going to play it in real life. They're going to have Deshaun Watson be the guy, and they're going to see what he can do. Starting out with Todd Monken as our coach, my approval rating is not that good. Starting out at, you know, only an approval rating of 50 is definitely not a good starting point. The only way we're going to be able to change that is to be able to win. So we've got to get something going with that. We got to get to winning games in Cleveland in order to make sure that I don't get fired after just one season. If we somehow manage to win maybe 5 or 6 games, maybe Todd will be able to keep his job, but we need more than, but we probably need more than that realistically. So I got to see what I need to do to, I guess, really, you know, keep my job. So, so right now, overview. Okay, so we're average right now at 50, which is not a bad starting point, but we can't go like 1-16 in the first year, or else Monken is probably going to be fired after 1 year. And I'm controlling Monken, by the way. So I kind of don't want to have this franchise end after just one season by just not being able to finish the rebuild because I get fired. So let's get to roster cuts. Manually cut players, yes. Manually cutting players. You can auto this, but it's going to cut like guys that maybe I don't necessarily want cut. But we got to make moves on 20 guys. That's a lot of work to do. So, I mean, I don't really know what to do about this particular quarterback situation. I mean, I'm just going to move Taylon Green to the practice squad for now. We'll keep 3 quarterbacks active. I think that's solid. You know, Dylan Gabriel's been here for a year. He deserves to be at least active. We got a bunch of receivers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think with Corley, I'm going to move you to the practice squad. Since you guys are all eligible, I'm going to move you guys all to the practice squad just so I don't lose anybody. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got 6 receivers. I might have to put another one on the practice squad, but right now I'd like to keep 6 receivers active if we possibly can. Let's see. Do we have a long snapper on the team? Like a legitimate one? Okay, we do. All right, so we can actually cut some tight ends. I keep forgetting, actually, they have long snapper listed as a position now. Okay, can I actually cut Ryan? He'll incur a penalty, so no. Let's move him to the practice squad. Whiteheart, results. Okay, so no penalties if we cut this guy. Bates. All right. I'd like to keep 3 tight ends active if possible. I'm actually just going to go ahead and cut Green. Got a bunch of centers. Let me get rid of you. That'll incur a penalty, so no, I don't want to do that. I'll risk putting Brailsford on the practice squad. So hopefully we don't lose him. Right tackles, we got a bunch of them too. Byers, I'm just going to go ahead and cut you. Phillips. Okay, no cap penalty, so we can cut him. All right. We got 3 edge guys. All right, we can cut this guy without a penalty. We got 2 edge rushers on the right side, so let's keep them all active if we can. Sam Kamara. Yeah, let's cut you. Huntington. Yeah, I'm just going to cut you. All right. Got to make a decision on 4 more guys. I'm going to put Jefferson on the practice squad. He's a rookie. Okay, so we got Quincy Williams right now entrenched as our starter. It doesn't look like we're going to have JOK for the season, which is very unfortunate. But I'm going to put Arnold on the practice squad so that way we can stash him away. Let's see how many corners. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we actually have 6 corners, which is not a bad idea to have. But maybe we can get away with cutting Avery and go with 5 corners for this season. McMillan, let's cut you. Okay. So now we've made our roster cuts. We can get ready for week 1. Looks like with some of those cuts, we were able to save some money. I don't know how much cap space we have, if I'm being brutally honest. I mean, we still have $15.1 million to work with, so we're still having problems with that. Even though he's 69 overall, right now Watson is our starter for week 1 against Jacksonville. Okay, so now
a deal. One of the top receivers has agreed to terms on a contract extension that will likely keep him
this one
and
says
his
2027
very
accurate.
happy.
So I'm actually going to download this roster and see if it's more accurate. Hopefully it is, because I'd like to, at least for the first couple of off seasons, have decently authentic rookies. There's Arch, there's Dante Moore, Julian Sand. Brandon Sorsby is in this. Well, I mean, it's not, Derek Lagway, Hudson Phillips. Although it seems like a lot of the players are not on their correct teams. I don't think Nate Frazier is on Alabama. All right, I'm going to have to do probably a different class. Let's do something else. This realistic one, let's see if this one's any better. Because that one we just did seemed pretty sketchy. Like the guy just inserted the players, but he didn't change their colleges correctly. I don't know. Just trying to have something accurate. Okay, so that looks correct with Dante Moore, Chamberlain, Mateer, Oklahoma. Yes, okay. This one's looking decent. Hardy, who's at Lacey, Fletcher, Jordan Ball. I know him from Florida. Jeremiah Cobb, L.J. Martin. Yeah, that's about receivers. Jeremiah Smith from Ohio State. Yeah. Okay, this is looking more promising. May not be entirely accurate 100%, but decent. Okay. Is Ward about to get paid? Sit down with Ward. Okay. Well, here's what I'm wondering. Can I actually adjust contracts now? Okay, looks like I can't restructure Sean. Right, can I restructure contracts? Okay. Well, Denzel Ward. Just once. Contract. Looks like I can't restructure any contracts right now, so. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Okay. All right, so Ward wants a new deal. I'm going to see what I can do here. I mean, we're looking at, he only wants a one-year deal?
Negotiations are completely driven by a player's persona DNA now. Pay attention to patience and...
I'd like for him to give him a longer deal if we can. It's like that across the board, not just parts of it. For a bump in contract value talks. Let's do increased salary 15%. How about that? Still looking overall value leads. Let's do that. Increase the bonus, decrease the salary a little bit. Just about ready to wrap this up. Let's raise this bonus 10%. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and get it done. All right, we've got Denzel Ward locked up. We have $13.1 million left. And we got him on a 2-year deal after this season. So that's good to go ahead and lock him up. And then again, we just may be in a little bit of cap hell for the first couple of off seasons. But eventually we're going to get Deshaun Watson off the books. Yearly salary. Okay, so Delpit. He wants like a 4-year deal. Maybe the smart structure. Let's start off with this. Let's do increase the bonus, decrease the salary. To the overall money. Increase bonus. Move year, maybe. Sure, the year feels right. The bonus. All right, we got Delpit. And it actually didn't really bring our salary cap down too much. Got 13.1 million still left to work with. So what I'm wondering now is that even though I've got those guys under a new deal, can I already restructure them? Yes, I can. Okay. It'll actually get us up to 24.8 million right now if I do that. All right. So what about Delpit? Got him on a 4-year deal now. Oh, we can't restructure that one. Okay. All right. Well, it is what it is. I was able to get us now up to $24.8 million in cap space. So I am trying to think ahead, several years, if possible. All right, let me take a look at the injury report and see if we've got anybody other than, okay, so we still have a week-to-week torn labrum injury for Malik Collins. So I think it might be time to go ahead and get into the regular season. Let's simulate to the middle of the season, see where the Browns are at. How is Deshaun Watson doing? Okay. Well, we're 3-4. That's actually not too bad. Not too bad. Let me take a look at stats. How's Watson doing this year? So it looks like no other quarterback is taking snaps other than him, so he's staying healthy. Midpoint of the season, 1,600 yards, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Not too great. Judkins, almost 400 yards, 2 TDs. Jerry Jeudy, 600 yards already, 5 touchdowns. Okay. So Watson he's mid right now, but then again, that's better than some of the recent play that I've seen from him in real life. I'm just saying. Unfortunately, Todd Monken's approval rating is going down a little bit, so that is concerning. We need to keep trying to upgrade him as much as I can whenever we get opportunities, when we get points to do so. Because I feel like the only way he's going to be able to keep his job is especially if I'm going to be doing a lot of simming, make sure that we get those upgraded as best as possible. So, I mean, we've got a lot of stuff unlocked, but it's gone -6 with the staff. But then again, it's Monken's first season, so hopefully in real life, the Browns are going to be okay with just, letting him do it. Let's go ahead and delegate those decisions to staff. Trade block ahead of the deadline, but first, let's take a look at the injury report. Graham, 1 to 3 weeks with a broken thumb. Miles Harden, one of our backup corners, week with a PCL sprain. Cleveland reviewing block ahead of the trade deadline. I don't want to put Quincy Williams on the block because we're going to need him to start the whole season because JKO is still out. Wright's our top edge rusher. Is Zach Zitter our backup guard? If he is, we might be able to get some value for him. Okay, he actually is. I mean, he's a decent backup, but we need some depth. So do not add players. We're not adding anybody to the block. We're keeping everybody on the roster as is, and we will not make a trade. Let me check the division standings right now in the AFC North. We actually are just behind the Steelers. Steelers are 4-3. Aaron Rodgers, of course, still being there. 3-4 for the Ravens and 2-4 for the Bengals. But then again, we're playing the Steelers this week. We could start to fall off a cliff potentially if we don't do well. And we lose to the Steelers, and now we are 3-5. And we not only lost to the Steelers, but we didn't score a point against them. The approval is continuing to drop for Todd Monken, so that's the thing that's concerning. Like, I'm worried that I'm going to get him fired in the first year, and I don't want that. Ooh, Verse is concerned about the team's performance and wants to discuss how things can improve. Let's speak with him. Jared, come and talk to me. We keep losing, and the deadline's a chance to prove this team wants to win. If nothing changes, I've got to start thinking hard about whether my future really is here. Commit to improving the team to an 82 overall rating. You believe this team can get at least win at least 9 games this season? Current plans to improve the team. I'm going to have to tell him that. Coach, care about winning, and right now it feels like we're not doing enough to get there. Well, Jared, I don't really plan on making any serious moves. Okay, the punter wants a new deal. I'm going to hold off on that because I don't know. I mean, punters are not something that I feel like you spend a whole lot of money on. So the trade deadline is not passed yet. So let me take another look at what I might be able to do. Trade block. Let's see who currently is on the block right now. Okay, there's better quarterbacks, but I don't want to go after somebody like that. I mean, there's some receivers. There's a couple of will linebackers on the trade block who might be a little bit of help. There's really nobody that can, help us out right now that I'm really seeing as a major upgrade that I also want to, spend a lot of money on. Okay. 43 approval right now. Let's advance another week. We lost again, and now we're 3-6. I think I'm gonna have to jump in and play some games, guys, because I think I'm gonna wait to do that though towards the end of the season, just to hopefully guarantee that Monken will not be fired. That's like my only thinking right now is to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, so the only injury we still have is JKO. Play the Texans this week. They're 4-4. Sean Watson going up against his old team again. No new unlocks. And we lost to the Texans by 8. Approval rating is continuing to drop down, obviously. We don't have a whole lot of skill points to spend. So what we got in the weekly hub? Chasing the league lead. Key stat category. Leading the league and discuss what he needs. Speak with Ward. Okay, what's going on? I'm at the top and want to end the season as the leader. Leader in what? Like, that's the thing. They don't tell me, like, what the stat is. Okay, okay, so it's in interceptions. Okay, I don't see that till at the bottom. Okay, need to focus on team performance, not 2 more interceptions, 5 more. Let's go with, like, 2 more picks for a goal for Ward for the year. It might be hard for him to get, especially if I'm simming, but maybe if he gets it, that'll give him a little bit of a boost. I don't think I'm going to be keeping... I'm going to hold off on that. Jenkins might be somebody in line for an extension, possibly. But I'm going to hold off for now until we kind of get a little bit more answers. We still have Deshaun Watson as the starter, right? Yeah. He is regressing, but you know what? You know, quite frankly, I'm worried that if I don't make a change and put Sanders in there, that Monken might get fired in the first year. Okay. All right, Shador, look. I know that once again, kind of like last year, this season is already lost. But at this point, we got to put you in so I don't get Monken fired in year 1. So Sanders, I'm not saying I need you to come in and be the savior, but I kind of need some effort, better than what we've gotten with Watson, even though he's not doing too bad. But our offense just seems like that, Watson is not getting any better. We've got the Raiders are 6-5. Fernando Mendoza must be having a phenomenal season. Our defense is actually up to an 84 now. So, we've got we're doing a little bit better, but, and then again, I didn't expect anything this season as far as anything big. So, let me check out injuries. Then again, we had a bye week, so nobody should have gotten hurt. Graham has a broken finger again. I think it's the second time he's been hurt this season. Okay, let me see, I'm not going to jump in just yet. I think I'll jump in with 3 games to go and see if I can win all of those games and prevent Monken from getting fired. And we actually beat the Raiders by 1, so I immediately put Shador Sanders in and we immediately get a win. The approval rating went up 1. So, oh man. Spencer Fano is expected to miss 5 weeks with a dislocated hip. How many more weeks do we have left? Okay, well, we have more than 5 weeks. So, I'm gonna place Fano on injured reserve. Hate doing it, but we've got to do it. Okay, so now we got to go and get a left tackle in free agency because I don't really want to trust the backup. So, who out there can we go get? Well, Cam Robinson is the top left tackle available, so let's bring him in on a 1-year deal. Let's add a signing bonus. We're not going to be committing to you long term. Let's go ahead and sign it. Okay. Down to $23.2 million in cap space, but we just added a new starter at left tackle to help us out. So hopefully adding Cam Robinson will give us a little bit of help, especially if Fano's done for the year. So, yeah, let's put Cam Robinson in the lineup. Because, yeah, Jones, 68 overall. No, that's not good. So we got Robinson in there now. I want to see if I maybe give him a... I want to see if maybe I could possibly give him maybe a different number. I don't know. I think he has like number 70 something. But I want to see if maybe I can give him something like in the 70s. Okay, 73. I know that's Joe Thomas's old number, but I don't think that number's officially retired, so we'll just give him that number. All right. So we've got the Bengals coming up next, Battle of Ohio. And you know what? Just because it's a divisional game, and I want to prove that maybe Shedeur Sanders is the guy to commit to long-term fully with no hesitation, let's jump in and play this game. Play the moments. Let's go with the regular uniforms. The Bengals have theirs. Battle of Ohio. Two teams, 4-7. Shedeur Sanders' second game as a starter.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League.
All right, let's see what I can get done with Shedeur Sanders in the lineup now.
It's the Cleveland Browns who have the football.
All right, it's first down, taking over the very start of the drive. I am excited to get some action with Quinshon Judkins. Might be running the football a little bit more here. Oh, there we go. First carry. Judkins almost gets it first. Pretty good start. Last week he had 76 yards on 18 carries. All right. One TD to go along with it.
18 carries, 76 yards and a touchdown.
That's Todd Monken. He looks way older than I thought he was. I'm just saying. Judkins picks up a first down. I know our first drive is off to a solid start.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Browns first down.
To throw is Sanders. And that one
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Complete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw now. Here's Sanders.
Oh, Tillman, you got to get more space than that, man. Plus the drag route might be able to get us some yards, but it didn't help.
This Bengals defense. This crew against the pass issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft.
There we go. Harold Fannin Jr., big play. There we go.
He's got this to the 30.
Looks like we got a Concepcion is hurt.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10.
It's a big play we needed from Shedeur. Busted play right there.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Browns at
Concepcion, his bruised ribs will return, but we got to sub him out. Put Tillman in.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that
there we go.
this week, they've got a really good
Jerry
chance
Jeudy
to be victorious.
for another big game. Nice.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
That's another Browns first down.
On play action, here's Shedeur.
Fannin.
To the left side.
5-yard pickup. We'll take that.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the
Let's go with the read option here. Maybe if I read it right, be able to do something with Sanders here. Oh, I read it wrong. It's tough. Even in College Bowl 27, it's tough to read that.
No gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd
Let's go to
down.
mesh here.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, Sanders.
Back up tight end, Rover. Touchdown. Shedeur Sanders gets us on the board with his first touchdown pass early. Bengals moving the ball downfield. We got a 3rd and 7 here. Looks like it's snowing. It's starting to snow. If we get a sack, Jared Verse coming off the edge. Let's go. Looking like he's right at home back when he was back in L.A. We forced a field goal, so we'll take that. Give us a chance to take the lead.
In the 2nd quarter.
As long as we convert this, that's the key. What the frick? That's just frustrating. It's like, you time everything perfect, and then the computer just says, no, we're just going to make it go into a lineman's head. Thank you, EA Sports. I appreciate that. Go, Sanders, go. All right. You didn't get the first, but hey, I'll take 6 yards over an incomplete pass. Or getting sacked. One thing was going to happen on that play if I didn't scramble. He throws it high.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal.
Shooter, you got to get that stuff under control, man.
You can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a
Boston, come on. Boston over the middle, let's go. Is he related to David Boston? What do y'all 2000 football fans know about David Boston? Former Cardinals wide receiver. Although he was a bust after he was with Arizona. Went to the Chargers and he got busted for drug use or something. I mean, in fairness to Judy, that wasn't really the best route I could have thrown. Judy on the out route here, maybe? Come on, Judy, catch that, man. All right, timeout. Oh, timeout. 25 seconds left. Can we just get a field goal out of this possession? I'll take that.
They'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Sanders eluding the pressure right.
Come on, Sanders, go. Slide. Call another timeout. He's got a little bit of playmaking ability to him, and that's what gives us an advantage with Shador, admittingly. As much as people can't stand him, he might be the solution in Cleveland, as I almost throw an interception. But if I don't play him, then he won't develop. That's the key. And I'm sorry, Deshaun, but I'm trying to save my job. As far as Todd Monken's, oh my goodness, he was open. But the accuracy issues are really what I'm starting to notice is a big problem with Shador, at least right now. Got to go out of bounds. I just need to give us a chance to get the field goal, so let's kick it. 46-yarder.
4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. A 46-yard attempt.
Go through.
And this one is
okay, not the best way the half could have ended, but I got points. Okay, it's 3rd and 10 for the Bengals. They're in field goal range, so we got to get a stop.
Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter? And they'll send the slot in motion left. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
Oh, we almost got a pick. Nice. They must have missed a field goal. Okay. It's the 3rd quarter. Still a 7-point game. I think what I'm going to do for the 4th quarter, next time I get it. Oh, Taj Brooks, really? You're going to do me like that, dude? Former Red Raider. Dang it, Taj. Oh, man. It's not in. I think I might change the sim strategy and just play all offense starting in the 4th quarter.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
Okay, so they're back. They're putting us back in it.
More after this, you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brown once more.
Go. Okay, all right. We got make another stand.
They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. They try and run.
We stop him again. Oh my goodness, we forced the Bengals into a field goal. Oh no, they're going for it. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is pretty big.
two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for
No! Swishinger with the huge play. Let's go. All right. Okay, so I'm going to change this up, play all offense, because I'm not the best on defense. I want to be able to control every single snap Shedeur Sanders and the offense for the rest of this game. So we got to score a touchdown here to tie this thing up. Or else we're just going to keep stalling out if we keep letting the computer simulate. At this point, I'm trying to make sure that Monk doesn't get fired after 1 year. I know I keep talking about that, but, you know, if he gets fired, and since I'm controlling him, then this whole thing ends. Like 1 year into it, and I don't want that, because if your approval rating dips to like below 30%, to like below 30 and stuff like that, and it's like very bad, then you're done. And I've had 30-ish approval ratings with coaches in Madden and fired. So I don't want to have this end just because the first year, which would be probably unfair, went like 5 and 12. Be able to control Monken and have him get the Browns to it. Meanwhile, I get sacked on 4th down.
Jonathan Allen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Thought you could have caught that.
That time, 52 yards.
And the Bengals add a touchdown. This game is basically over.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
All right, we're just going to have to let that tick down in 2-minute time. 2-minute warning, excuse me. We have 2 minutes left. I'll just put up a fight. See if I can get a touchdown on this drive. At least make the score look a little bit more respectable.
Himself, he would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Dang it.
Pressure, and down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Yeah. Oh, tilt the... Oh, goodness. Receivers can't catch.
And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
That's a pick. No, it's not. Okay.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll go. Here's Sanders.
And that was almost a game over. All right, well, my first attempt to, help out doesn't go well. We only scored 1 touchdown. We scored on the opening drive and proceeded to do pretty much nothing for the rest of the game. Defensively, we just got issues outside of Jared Verse. That's one thing that I've definitely noticed. If we're playing a good quarterback like Joe Burrow, forget about it. The approval rating actually went up by 1 point. So, yeah, we've got all these guys. We're not going to re-sign you. Not going to re-sign you. Based on the fact that Sam linebackers are hard to come by, let's actually negotiate a contract to try to keep Watson here for a little bit. Smart structure, maybe. See if that works. How about increase the bonus, decrease the salary? Ready to close this out. Keep the length, add the bonus. How about that? All right. We have a deal. $23.2 million. Still have some flexibility. McGuire, what, like, are you like a backup edge rusher or are you actually a starter? Because I don't remember. Okay, you're actually a starter, but Alex Wright is still here too, so yeah, we're not going to resign you. We're going to let you walk. All right, Reed, backup will linebacker. We're not going to resign you because we've got JKO coming back next season. That's a backup center. No. Burton. We can get a better fullback in free agency. All right, let's check the injury report really quick. I just want to double check. Yeah, we got Fano and JKO still injured. Fano's out for the year. We signed Cam Robinson to help out with that. Okay, we have a few games left. We're going to simulate these two against the Falcons and the Giants. And I'm going to play the last two for sure. No doubt about it. And we actually beat the Falcons by a touchdown. Now we're 5-8. A 39 overall approval rating, which isn't good, but that's not the worst thing either. Judkins get his confidence back this week. Let's see what's going on here with Judkins. Coach, I had a bad one. I'm not letting that turn into a streak. What do I need to show on the field going forward? It was just one game. Great next game. Okay. Let's hold off on him. We might be able to get a better kicker. Okay, so long snappers are something that's hard to come by. So I'm actually going to negotiate a contract to keep, hopefully, him here for like 1 year. Let's do that. The structure. The money. Increase the salary. Let's do that. Okay, like to keep working through it. Let me add 1 more year to the deal. Keep him here for 2 years. Sign the deal. All right, great. $23.2 million is what we still have. Let me actually go and see if I can. Team salary. Okay, I can't restructure it, even though we just did that. Okay. 5-8 Giants, 5-8 Browns, 2 teams that aren't really going anywhere. And we beat the Giants by 4. Okay, so now we're 6-8. Approval rating went up a little bit. I think I'm going to play these 2 divisional games that we have left against the Ravens and also against the Bengals. Did Judkins achieve that goal or no? I can feel it slipping into a pattern. It's not something I'm going to accept. Okay, so I guess he didn't achieve that goal. Okay, Jerry Jeudy. Okay, is he in the line for something? For receiving yards. Season as a leader. 250 more receiving yards. Okay. Looking for ready to get after it. 250 more receiving yards for Jeudy by the end of the season. I think that's in reach. Time to play Boston more. I mean, you're a rookie, dude, and we drafted Casey Conception over you. I want to see more of what you can do with the ball. Let's just do that. Looking forward to showing what I can do. He gained 5 morale. Okay, well that's good. Tillman. We're not going to re-sign you, dude. You dropped so many balls in that pass game. Oh my goodness. Okay. Deshaun Watson, we are not re-signing you. Get out of here. I did not think that was going to come up, but thank God it did. Or goodness it did. Casey Concepcion has a new ability unlocked? Already? Okay. Let's see. Let's do this one. Have an ability slot still unlocked, but that's good for Concepcion. Okay, Ross, you're like a fourth, fifth string corner. We are not re-signing you, sir. All right, let's check the injury report right here. Okay, we actually got a bunch more guys. Chapman's a kind of a backup defensive tackle, backup corner, backup right guard. Okay, all right. Okay, do we have, I guess, out for like multiple weeks? Okay, well, these guys are week to week, so I'm not going to pull the trigger on that just yet. Okay, so I'm going to play this game against Baltimore, and we'll also play the finale against the orange pants, because why not? See if we can get maybe a divisional win to kind of wrap up towards the end of our season. Going against the Ravens. Playing all offense this whole game. Try to be in more control of Shador. See what he can do. Oof. 1 yard pickup goal for Judkins.
That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. This will be 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Shador. Moving outside the pocket.
Couldn't get anything. Nobody was open.
Back inside the 20-yard line.
Anytime a quarterback is sacked, everyone loves to blame the offensive line, but I think this sack, Mike, is every bit as much on the quarterback as it is the O-line.
Didn't have enough time to throw it, and almost got picked off by Hendrickson, the lineman. First drive, ran out. Not good. Give me a few years. Might be able to get this offense in better shape. Maybe Shador will finally develop, and I'll have a decent quarterback to play with. All right, on defense now. Ravens go down and score right away. Not surprising. Not surprising at all.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Out of the gun, it's Sanders.
Go, Shador, just run it.
He'll take off again.
3rd and inches. Okay.
First down, a little bit short. Still some work to do with 3rd down coming up.
Well, that scramble
inside zone.
Is going to end up short of the first down.
Judkins, if you can't pick this up,
that's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Pick up good yardage.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, Cleveland.
Well, that was nice.
Fake to Judkins. Now Sanders to throw.
Cannon catch for 3 yards.
Along the sideline, a very nice
It's like Sanders' risk of injury is high.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline, and that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have.
Oh, what?
That allows them to concentrate and secure the catch.
Did you see the way that ball was tipped up? The animation, though. Oh my goodness, I've never seen that. That's a first.
Yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's
Our drive was going good until it wasn't.
The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here.
Concepcion, nice catch, sir. Thank you.
Brought in by Concepcion. In some rhythm, the drive rolling. There's another 1st and 10. First down. Throwing again is Sanders.
Oh, fumble? Are you?
And he lost the football.
Of course.
And no turnover here.
Ugh.
Able to get the football and get on it.
This offense is hard to, like,
so
get anything going down the
it's
field.
the Ravens out front. We'll be back in
That
Baltimore.
Christmas theme is a little bit weird with the Madden music. I'm not going to lie. It sounds weird.
Start of the second. Browns in control of the football.
At least it enhances the presentation. It makes it a little bit different, but still, it's kind of like, left. And I get sacked again, and I fumble it again. I mean, I wasn't going to throw the ball because nobody was open. Like, I can't throw it if nobody's open. I won't throw it if nobody's open. I couldn't tuck and run. Can't do anything. Can't do anything.
Now, Shador. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up.
I mean, I knew this was going to be frustrating. It's one thing for this to be frustrating, but it's another thing just to have it be a constant issue like every snap. It's like trying to walk through quicksand.
Still a little work to do now on third down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch.
We're only down by 7 on the scoreboard. This is not an insurmountable lead. I just had to chuck that just to avoid a sack. Like, we're going for this.
And that's exactly how you teach
6 and 8.
these defenders to time the hit. That right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball.
Judy.
Those are the ones on offense, man. You
Caught
just
that. Thank you so
make
much.
that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Sanders now off the bootleg.
Okay, nice catch, Judy.
Complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead...
So Judkins can't get anything. All right, it's going to be the 2-minute warning, so we'll let that tick down.
But ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
All right, 2 minutes. Let's see if we can run the 2-minute drill. Get a first down.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this.
Okay, 3rd and 3.
3 to go. From the gun, it's Sanders.
That was almost a pick.
Pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Let's go for it.
He'll try to throw for it with Sanders. That's going to be intercepted.
Well, at least he didn't return it. He had an avenue. Okay, Ravens didn't do anything. I'll just take a field goal if we need to.
Throwing now.
Settle for that.
On 1st down.
Judy, catch that?
And a catch.
Let's go, Judy.
Sanders.
Nice grab, man. Should have probably called a timeout right there.
Throwing now from the gun.
Okay, at least I got rid of it before the sack.
It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Now, Sanders. That's complete. It's
Catch by Tillman there. Timeout.
First of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with just over.
And this is only a 7-point game, but I feel like it's impossible for us to get this ball downfield.
And 3 coming up. Sanders gonna throw again.
That was just, he was double covered. I should not have thrown that ball. At least Judy made the tackle. 2 bad picks thrown by Shador Sanders blew our chance to score any points. Let's get to the half. Watson is in. Shador must have gotten hurt.
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to have a Browns
Timeout.
first
Shoot.
down as he gets it up
Bust off a game like that.
32. And the offense will take
Okay, all right. Let's.
left on the second quarter.
All right, it's my first chance to play with Deshaun Watson. What happened to Shador? I got to see what his injury is. He's not hurt? Okay, so it must be a small injury.
They'll fake to Judkins, and now it's Watson. That's caught. The tight end, Joe Royer.
Out of time.
So, halftime.
All right.
And we'll send it to
Well, Watson went in for a little bit.
The EA Sports halftime report. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready.
Is Watson still in, though?
He'll start at the
I got to go with Watson.
And
Forget it, you know. It's fine.
25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Fumble, back-to-back picks, punt. Just no offense. Absolutely none. Okay, Watson is still in. Well, let's see what Watson can do. I haven't played with him yet. What in the blue? What in the orange and brown was this? What is my center? He got beat. Jenkins. He was beat within 1 second of the snap. And the problem is that our center is one of our highest offensive rated linemen. What?
On second down, here's Watson. Open man, and that's Tillman. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. And it's third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Rolling right.
Watson can run a little bit too. Is he going to get there? He got it.
Keep all your options on the table on third down, and that's exactly what this quarterback did.
Not bad, Deshaun. Not bad. Okay, they're stacked in the box. I'm going to a pass play. Taking a shot.
And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off.
Oh, man.
His offense is going to be all set up.
We legitimately might lose this game without, 14-0. This is hard.
We got three tight ends here.
Doesn't matter if it's Sanders. Doesn't matter if it's Watson. The O-line can't protect. Can't do anything.
Judy on the right side. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw.
I think I'm just going to have to go to the air on this guy.
From the 38 now.
Also, some of these plays have just too much motion. It's like Monken. These plays, aren't the best with the personnel that we have. I might have to change the whole play. This is too many plays that have motion. This is not a college offense.
Shotgun snap to Watson. That'll be caught.
Okay, thank you, Concepcion. You barely held on to that, but thank you, sir.
Inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I know Watson does have an arm.
Fake the handoff. Now Watson.
And I had no time. How many times have I been sacked in this game? Between the two QBs? 5, 6, 7? I just don't even know. Go, Watson, go. Slide. Okay, all right. I couldn't slide, but at least he didn't fumble the ball. Well, if Sanders is out for the rest of the game, okay, we're going with Watson. I mean, what do we got to lose? Did the receiver seriously fall down?
On the move left.
Going back across my body, I should not have done that.
Over the middle, you can't do that. It's intercepted. Picked off by their...
Thrown 2 picks with Sanders, and I've thrown 2 picks with Watson. We just can't get out of our own way on offense.
Now, first down throw for Watson.
And almost threw another one.
Incomplete.
Also, my receivers just cannot get any separation whatsoever.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line. To throw is Watson.
And Jerry Jeudy, almost just let that DB, by touching him, stop him from running his route. What are you doing?
On first down, it's Watson.
He didn't get over.
Forced to his right.
Jeudy, catch that, please.
On throw here, right side.
He's right there, Watson.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. It's Watson out of the pistol. Left side.
All right, Concepcion makes the catch, first down. Nice.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down to
The air again. Watson.
Oh, go, Judy, go. DB, thank you for messing up. Oh, you not score on that play, dude. Like, come on. All right, just please run this ball and get the touchdown. Get us on the board. Play clock almost expired because of the... Did you seriously just do that, Judkins? Did you seriously just do that? Get to the 1-yard line, and we can't score. We fumble the ball. I got a lot of work to do, guys. A lot of work to do. And that's grounding.
To the sideline is over everybody, but now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding.
Still first down.
So we lose to the Ravens 23-0. We couldn't score one single point in this game. I threw 4 interceptions between both Sanders and Watson. I mean, we've won 6 games, so I'm hoping that because of that, that's not bad enough to get Monken fired. It's like, let me stay and try to fix this. Let him stay. Okay, we're still at 38. That's not too bad. Okay, let me take a look at the free safety deal. Okay. Okay, so, he actually is an 80. Neil Warren we just drafted. He's 79. Okay, all right. All right, Hickman, we're not resigning you. We're going with the young guy. He's our top right guard, right? I mean, they don't grow on trees, so... But you know what? We're going to try to get better. No, we are not re-signing you, Cam Robinson. You're a Band-Aid. All right, we got some skill points to spend, so let's go ahead and spend some on Monken. Okay, so we're 6-9. We've got the Bengals to wrap up the season. Let's go ahead and advance through this next game against the Colts, and we'll play the regular season finale against the Bengals. Maybe we can find a way to win that game. But I don't know. Well, we lost to the Colts, so now we're 6-10. We could finish 7-10 if we beat the Bengals, and this is actually a battle of, I guess, last place in our division. I feel like it is. Probably. AFC North. So, yeah, it is. We win this game, we'll be 3rd. We lose, we're going to the basement. Let's check the injury report. Boston's PCL sprain. Tyson Campbell. We're going to put you on injured reserve. Yeah. Place you on IR. We're not going to sign anybody, though. You know what? We could actually probably sign somebody from the practice squad, just for depth. Do we have a corner on the practice squad? Okay, we actually don't. Do we have Devon's tackle hurt? Let me go back to the injury report. Maybe there might be somebody we can promote for the practice squad. We could promote a receiver. Okay, there's a few. Let's promote this guy. Okay, sign him to the practice squad. Okay, so you can do that. All right. I think Sanders should be ready to go for the season finale, so we're going to keep him in there. He's up to a 73. That's not big-time progression, but he's still looking better than having Watson in there. It doesn't matter, really. I mean, you can activate Fannin from IR. Okay, so let's do that. We're not going to re-sign you. Bryant, nope. Not re-signing you, dude. All right. Season finale against the Bengals. Play offense only, just like last time. Your roster exceeds the maximum. Oh, okay. Okay, so we need to cut somebody. Okay. So we need to cut somebody. Or demote them, I guess. Okay, that'll incur a penalty, so I don't want to do that. Okay. Hopefully that did it. Rosters not meet the minimum position requirements. Sign the following players and try again. Mike. Okay, so we need another Mike linebacker. Okay, so do we have anybody on the practice squad that's a Mike linebacker? I don't think we do. We have this guy. But we need an actual Mike. Okay, so let's go to free agency and sign somebody then. Practice squad eligible. Jackson Woodard, let's just sign him. 1 year. That signing bonus. Fuse raise the bonus, dude. Come on. Okay, fine. Okay, $19.8 million is what we have left. Okay. All right, so now let's put Woodard in the lineup. We do have a will linebacker, but yeah. Wait, you're not injured, are you? Okay, that's weird. Like, exceeds the maximum of 53 active players. Complete your cut day action to release one player and update your depth chart before playing your game. Okay, all right then. So I don't know why he wasn't back in there. Let's move you to the practice squad. Yeah, practice squad. The minimum positional requirements. Sign the following players and try again. Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to have to cut somebody else or demote somebody else. Can I assign you to the practice squad? Okay, no, I can't do that. It'll be a penalty. Maybe I can cut Cam. It'll be a penalty, so no. What about Stoll? Let's move Thrash to the practice squad. Okay. I'm at 53 players. Okay, finally let me play. That whole thing was... It's like, I need to have 3 Mike linebackers? There's no way. I don't know. I'm just going to let that ride. Anyway, it's our final game of the regular season, then we actually get to the offseason where we can try to improve this team. Okay. Hoping I can get a win. We got Spencer Fano coming back from IR, so hopefully that'll help out at least a little bit. Bengals aren't going to the playoffs either, but like I said, this is really just a battle for third place in the AFC North. That's it. Well, hopefully having Spencer Fano back in the lineup at left tackle will help out in protection and running the ball. But we shall see. Or Fano, I said Fanon.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That is catch number 60 for the season. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the give,
yeah, no blocking at all.
He's going to be swelled up and taken down. This way goes nowhere. Stuck behind the line for a loss. From the gun, it's Sanders.
That's a pick. No, it's not. Perfect timing. Good job, Judy.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They'll come up now now, again, good news, it's 1st and 10. He'll be hit.
He would have been open if I just had a little bit more time.
Will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Fake to Judkins. Now Sanders to throw. This is the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw again is Sanders.
He's going to be short. Okay, well, coach says go for it. Okay, you know what? We're actually going to be conservative here. You can call me conservative. We're going to kick the 50-yard field goal. Take the points. At this point, let's just take the points. We didn't score any of them last week. Let's try to take the points. All right. He actually stopped him on defense. First drive ends in 3 points. Progress. Small, but not bad.
He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Sanders.
Here you go, Jeudy.
He finds Jeudy.
Grab.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Browns.
A run, and here comes Judkins. And he'll
Go a little bit wide, but it actually results in a 4-yard pickup, but unfortunately, Fano's hurt again.
2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Sanders.
Is that grounding seriously?
Incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one.
Those 2 team lines.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. He'll air it out down the middle.
Pass interference? No? Okay.
It is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Corey.
Intentional grounding penalty.
Nearly a good one.
All right, Bengals still haven't done anything on offense. The only thing is, I know that won't last. As long as Joe Burrow's healthy, they can score points in bunches.
Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Shador.
Exception. Way to lay out for that one. Nice. All right, that's the end of the 1st quarter. Browns up 3-0. We've moved the ball a little bit better in this game. So that's positive, but we gotta get some points. We gotta finish drives with touchdowns.
In control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. And a good run there.
Not a bad run there.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Sanders to throw.
Jeudy.
Caught by Jeudy.
Catch and turn up.
That's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Browns 1st down.
Play action. It's Sanders. He's got his tight end. Royer.
3 yards for Rover there.
He'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. On play action, Shador.
Got him.
This is
Way to go, Jeudy. What a catch.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They go play action with
Got him. Tillman. Touchdown. Let's go. Oh, that's some of the best throwing I've seen from Sanders all season. Nice. Bengals still haven't scored. We got a little momentum on offense now with that drive.
Judkins now on 1st and 10.
Go Judkins, cut it back.
And mark him down.
First down, nice.
The 30. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down. And on first down, it's to Judkins.
Yard.
They are ready for a throw for a loss. And it's 2nd down. Now it's Sanders. There's Concepcion.
I should have let Concepcion run that route better.
Maybe 3 out of that one.
A little bit too quick there, I'll admit. The Bengals calling a timeout. A little bit odd.
Talk things over before 3rd down. To throw is Sanders.
Wow, that was pretty tight right, so I should have thrown that ball.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He'll play for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort.
Hopefully on defense we can... Oh!
And that's going to work out.
Okay, so that actually took a good bounce. Stop at the 5.
Touchdown at the...
Bengals don't score. I mean, we've shut out the Bengals in the first half on defense. That is impressive. And it looks like they're playing everybody. Joe Burrow's in there. Jamar Chase is in there. So they're not holding guys out. Then again, they're not making the postseason, so I imagine they played everybody. So let's just go to the half, up 10-0.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much.
Shedeur Sanders with the touchdown pass to Cedric Tillman.
Now, at Northwest Stadium in Landover,
definitely helps out.
Home to take on the Cowboys.
All right, we got
NFC East.
Cowboys are 7-9. Looks like they're not making the postseason once again.
And this is a touchdown.
Well, despite that, at least it looks like they're going to finish the season 8-9, which is one game better than last year. But they're not making the postseason. I guess it's really the Eagles and the Giants. Commanders are 3-14, so
segment. This one could have implications in the AFC. The Jags in Indy to take on the Colts. And this is Parker Washington. They'll get it out to him left side, and then he'll take it the
Jaguars up 14-7 at the half against the Colts.
Yards for the touchdown.
I mean, those records are pretty close. Guessing they're in the running for both those teams. I guess are in the running for the AFC South title. We'll go through the playoffs at the end once the season is over, and we'll see who wins Super Bowl yearly awards and all that type of
time
stuff.
For our final impact player for the regular season, a guy who's made an impact all year. It's this man, and it's the former first-round pick Quentin Johnston. One of his 7
catches, 131 yards, 2 TDs for Quentin Johnston in the Chargers season finale against the Broncos. We finished 9-8. Chargers finished 10-7. Guessing the Chargers will probably win their division. So there's the playoff picture. So yeah, the Ravens and the Steelers are both going to be in the postseason. Not surprising. Both of them have won 11 games. I'm assuming they play some point today, so I guess the winner of that game wins the division, and the loser still makes the playoffs, but has the lower seed. So anyway, hopefully we can finish the season on a high note and have some decent execution in the second half. Sanders, 135 yards, 1 TD, but no picks yet. Judkins, 34 yards. Tillman, only 1 catch, but it went for a touchdown. Hopefully we can finish the season off with some momentum.
Off the play fake, here's Sanders.
I should not have thrown that pass to Burton.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. They go play action now with Sanders.
I didn't have any time to throw that. Howell gets the sack.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
That's a pick. No, it's not. Okay, but it easily could have been. All right, 4th down. Got to punt it away again.
Downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, Jorquez on to punt, and the kick is away. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one.
All right, so we go 3 and out on the opening drive. The Bengals immediately score, so they're back in this. You got to start answering drives if they score.
Now, faking the give.
Sanders crushed, but
And he can't hang on through the contact.
that was nearly picked off the tip.
Defensively, to meet him just as the ball was arriving, it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, Shador. That one incomplete.
Move on to the ball conception.
Separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now, Sanders. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground.
Now it's gotten to the point where I can't complete a pass.
The Browns getting their punting team out there. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's going to be brought down after a...
Bengals take the lead. Just typical.
Now Shador on 1st down. That's taken in by the...
Like, I'm having to drop back just to give my receivers enough time to get open.
Gain of 6 on 1st down.
And that's why so many times you see those sacks happen.
Sanders will throw it.
Oh, go Fannin, go. Can you outrun this guy? Okay, no, you can't, but you had a pretty good gain on that play.
Down a big
So you know what? We'll take it,
on
Fannin.
what will be the final play.
That was actually a decent play to audible, too. Fannin had a little bit of breakaway speed, and he was able to get something out of it.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're
Well,
tuned in
we're down
to
by
the
4
NFL
going into the 4th quarter.
on
Final
eSports.
quarter of the season.
1st down, 10 yards to go.
Just past midfield, so... And I hate kicking field goals in situations like this. We're down by 4
On play
points.
action, he'll set up to throw.
Yeah, that was
To
just
the
way
right
too
side.
low.
And he's complete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome
inch is short.
inconsistency and pull this game out?
87 yards receiving for Judy in this
NFL
game.
football a lot harder than it is. When you have a reliable target like this, and he just continues to get open, and you realize the defense simply can't cover him, there's no reason to look anywhere else. Not only has he put together a tremendous game.
Okay, I'm glad I stuck with that. The box was so stacked that I was worried to run the ball.
I really like this play call here, Mike,
Right.
on 3rd down. Yes, it is the 4th quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up a 1st down.
Over the middle, got Judy again.
Judy on the right side.
He's over 100 yards receiving today.
In business.
Not bad.
Inside the 15-yard line.
Gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Browns.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
Right tackle. Come on.
Oh, he's going to be taken down.
You're so bad that I can't even remember your name.
To do now, it is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Sanders. And he's going to be
Judy held on to that ball somehow.
Pickup of about 5. Big
We're in field goal
coming up.
range.
This is 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. That is
Judy makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown. Let's go, Judy. 2 touchdown passes from Shador. And our defense makes another stop. Must have got a turnover. Just 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. We've got the lead and the ball.
on the handoff. Judkins.
Oh, now we're going to start
What more could you ask for?
pounding away.
Nice run of 8.
Wow. Okay, guys.
Second short.
Finally get my first controlled win with the Browns in this rebuild.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run it once more with Judkins. And it
I'm not
doesn't
going to get
appear
there
they
if you
got
keep
to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
not getting enough yards. Judkins first down, Judkins touchdown. That might be the game clincher. Perfect execution, guys. Now we're up by 10. Bengals are in a tough spot. They don't do anything again. It's 1:42 left. This game is just about in the books. We just need to hold on to the ball, make them burn the rest of their time, make them burn all their timeouts. Get out of here with the win. Oh, and it's beautiful blocking. Oh, Judkins is loose again. 2 rushing TDs for Quinshon Judkins. That's how you end the season in style. After all of these struggles that we've had on offense, we put up 31 points on the Bengals. Probably the best game I've seen Shedeur Sanders play this season, even during the sim ones. I mean, two passing TDs, no interceptions. Jerry Jeudy had over 100 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. Good overall team win. Good confidence boost for this team moving forward. And always, it's the rivalry with the Bengals, so goes back to Paul Brown and everything. 122 yards also on the ground for Judkins with 2 rushing TDs. Just a very well-balanced win. Let's go ahead and take a knee. Let the rest of the clock wind down. We're going to end our season 7-10.
So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. They're able to finish the season.
Hopefully that's enough to save Monken's job. Okay. Good thing is that we still have our job, although it's 35 approval. So we got to get stuff taken care of. Campbell can be activated. We'll go ahead and activate him from IR, even though our season's over with. Playoff bracket, I didn't take a look at that. But wildcard round, we had the Broncos upsetting the Titans. We had the Raiders beating the Chargers, and we had the Bills beating the Steelers. So it's Bills, Raiders, Ravens, and the Broncos. NFC, Eagles lost at home to the Rams. And then we had the Buccaneers beat the Lions, and then we had the Vikings beat the Packers. So it's Bucs, Vikings, and also it is going to be the Seahawks against the Rams. AFC an NFC Championship week. It's Pro Bowl week. I'm not really going to show, Pro Bowlers or anything like that. So the Super Bowl is going to be between the Bills and the Rams. Let's see who wins. And it was the Bills beating the Rams, so the Bills have won their first Super Bowl. Josh Allen finally gets it done. All right, so there's a part of me that wants to go and see maybe what I want to do, if I want to change the staff up. So you know what? I'm actually going to change the offensive coordinator. I'm going to hire a new offensive coordinator. So this is interesting. Ooh. Josh McDaniels is available. Level 26, offensive coordinator. We're going to hire Josh McDaniels as our offensive coordinator. I'm hoping that helps. Okay, so now we're in the off season. Now we got to focus on. We have $150 million in cap space. Wow. So I want to see whose contracts we can restructure because I want to do as much restructuring as possible to give myself enough room to do it. Restructuring Shador. To $170 million now with the restructuring of Judkins. Samson won't free up much, but we'll probably free up a little bit. I didn't even look and see who retired. Lead transactions. Looks like we did have some retirements. So Malik Collins retired, and so did Michael Burton. I wasn't really bringing those guys back anyway, so no worries there. Okay, so we're going to need to renegotiate a deal with Judy here pretty soon. Concepcion, it's already up to an 82 overall. Bodes well. Tillman's walking. Harold Fans' contract's been restructured. 82. Royer. We have $170 million in cap space. Still have Jenkins for one more year. I want to see if there's a better right guard in free agency, so that's why I'm willing to kind of let that ride. Titus Howard, of course. All right. That looks all right. Yeah, his can be restructured. Doesn't look like the salary cap's going up a bunch, but still. Jared Verse is a 90 overall. About Graham. Doesn't really free up much, so. We already restructured Watson after we gave him a new deal. Swaysinger, let's restructure him. Hopefully Owosso is going to be able to come back next year because we missed him. No doubt about it. Oh, now it's up to 177 million cap space. Nice. Okay, so Tyson Campbell's restructuring helps out a lot. I think Delpit. Oh, we can restructure him. $178 million now. So obviously we got a lot of work to do. But the good thing is that it really looks like that we're going to be able to do that. Fifth-year option for Verse, absolutely picking that up. Other teams. Let's do that. Exclusive franchise tag. Let's do a second round tender. Reed. Honestly, I'm willing to let him walk. Original round tender. Okay, we can probably maybe try to keep. You know what? Let's not do that.
You can't win in the NFL without a capable quarterback, and one team has ensured that their high-end starter is going nowhere.
Stoll, we're not going to re-sign you. No. Not re-signing you. Last chance to re-sign. Okay, so we just gave... okay, who was the player that we just had to deal with the franchise tag stuff with? I want to say... he was a defensive player. Oh, it was Hickman. Okay, all right, well, we'll leave it where it is. We have $159 million in cap space. Watson is officially, like, off of our books. Well, he will be. Let's go ahead and advance. Go to get ready for free agency prep. So now we can really see what we're looking like. I'm going to hold off on JKO for now. Okay, so we still have... So we do have $159 million in cap space. Sean Watson is gone. Never to be seen in Cleveland again. Thank you. Okay, so now we go to free. Now we're in free agency prep. Tyler Smith's getting an extension in Dallas. Good for him. Okay, so now let's go look at the positions and see what we need to improve. I mean, quite frankly, if there's an 80 overall QB, would I want to just go ahead and upgrade that now? Maybe. I wouldn't mind taking that chance. We need a fullback if we don't have one. Casey Concepcion is now our top receiver. Oof. Maybe that doesn't mean Judy right away. Could use a better backup tight end. If there's an 80 overall left guard, sure. Right guard, yes. Right tackle, could use improvement. Left edge rusher. We need a backup right edge rusher. We need help at defensive tackle. I don't think we're going to be better at Sam linebacker than what we got in Watson. We need backup Mike linebackers. We're good there. We could use some depth at corner. Just really depth. We don't really need to be going after anybody crazy. Strong safety. Decent depth there. We need a kicker, and we also need a punter. We have, what, the 8th overall pick, I think, something like that? Okay. All right. Let's go to free agency. Looks like Dak is getting an extension. Okay. So let's see just kind of who the top guys are overall. CeeDee Lamb is getting a 4-year contract, which means George Pickens is a free agent. Cowboys not bringing him back, it looks like. But honestly, I don't really know if I want to break the bank to go for him. I don't think I really want to. Oops. All players. Well, I really kind of want to focus on, okay, yeah, because see, look at this. There's no help at quarterback out there. There really isn't. So we're not going to really worry too much about that. We got decent young depth at running back. We obviously need a new starting fullback. Top guy, one of the top guys is Blossom Game. Let's go ahead and see if we can get him. I know I've signed him different years and different franchise modes. Smart structure, maybe. He only wants a 1-year deal, so. Increase bonus, decrease the salary. I don't know if I want to lock him in for 2 years, though. Raise salary 8%. All right. So he's going to be looking around, but we're negotiating with him. We could get another receiver to help us out, another veteran guy, especially, well, we got Judy, so. Ryan Flanoy is also available. Then again, the Cowboys probably are in cap hell, so. Chris Godwin Jr. might not be a bad guy to sign just for some veteran help. He wants a 2-year deal. Short and sweet, maybe. Try that. Guaranteed a year. Add a year, same salary. Okay. Chris Godwin, is kind of entering the twilight of his career at 31 years old, but he'd be a good veteran presence for our receivers, especially with a young quarterback in Shador. I figured, hey, might as well go for it. I know that Cleveland is kind of a waste hole right now, but still. Okay, so let's really focus on linemen. I really need to focus on the offensive line because if we can't protect Shador, I was getting sacked like so many times last year. It wasn't even funny. Okay, the guards. The guards. That's what we need to look for. Ezra Cleveland, 80 overall. Wants a 2-year deal. This one we might have to, go up a little bit. Potential questions surrounding a deal. Okay. Increase salary 10% before we move forward. Let's see about that. What about that? Okay, tighten up the numbers. All right. So Cleveland is going to make, but there's a bunch of teams that want him. So, yeah, we probably won't be able to land him. We're going to have to offer, you know what? Let's keep negotiating. Okay. Reach the maximum interest, currently evaluating other teams. Okay. All right. Let's go to right guards. Okay, so the top guy is the guy we let walk. So let's see if we can get Tevin Jenkins to come back. Let me get up and move here in a bit. He only wants a 1-year deal anyway. Let me just add a year. See if that does it. What about this? Okay. All right, weighing options. Nobody else is gunning for him, so you might be okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. What else do we really need to look for? Okay. Let's see about right tackles. Mike McGlinchey. Are there much teams interested in him? Okay, there's 3 teams. Falcons, Giants, and Patriots. Add a year reduced salary. Challenge him to build something. All right, options open. All right, I don't see our helmet marker there, so we got a lot of cap space to spend, so. Okay, what about left edge rusher? Do we need somebody there? Well, there's really nobody that can give us that big of a help. Actually, I say that. The top guy is Anfrey Jennings. I wonder if we can get him. He only wants a 1-year deal. Keep willing to raise the bonus. Okay, checking everything out. I get you. All right. I think we have enough depth at defensive tackle. We do need a backup Sam linebacker, and we also could use what other offensive lineman backups do we need? Need a backup left tackle. Richard Willis was once a Brown. Let me see if we can get him to come back. He wants a 2-year deal. Okay. Increase the bonus maybe. That'll help. All right. Options and decide. Nobody's gunning for him, so we probably have a good chance of landing him. All right. All right. Need a backup right edge rusher. Fine. Farrell doesn't look like a bad option. Be decent depth. We're gonna have to pay up. I ran out of patience. Okay. All right. Well, what's our corner situation looking like? I feel like we could use some help there too. Oh yeah, we got Tyson Campbell, but we need another corner. It's a better corner. Asante Samuel Jr. might not be too bad to get. 77 overall, but still got something left. Okay, so he's interested. I'm going to take a break, guys. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to get up and take steps. Okay. Where were we? Yeah. Okay. Corners, we obviously needed help. Safeties. I mean, we're decent as far as backups there, so I'm not going to get too worked up about that. Oh, yeah. Kicker and punter. Let's focus on that. Bates. Try to get maybe the top kicker. At least available in free agency. Okay, all right. He's out of patience, but Okay, well, we can always try later. All right, what about the punter? Okay, but Jurowitz is actually the top guy. So I had a feeling I could get him back. So maybe add a year just to be safe. Okay, so I think for now, let's go ahead and simulate an hour and see what happens with all of these guys. We got a bunch of targets. There's a bunch of guys we targeted. I don't know about McGlinchey and Cleveland. Those are the only players that other teams are actively going after. All right, so who did we sign? We got Godwin. Oh, we did get Cleveland. And McGlinchey ended up going to the Falcons. Okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm actually going
This
to go.
just in, one of the biggest names in free agency is a free agent no longer. A major signing as one
George
franchise
Pickens ends up
takes a
going
big
to
swing
the
to boost their
Tampa Bay
offense.
Buccaneers. And immediately, what do? Restructure the contracts. Because believe me, I want to have as much cap space as possible to do stuff and also make this team better. Because, I mean, this team is garbage, guys. And, you know, if Deshaun Watson is finally off the books and we're free from that, I feel like it means that now our window has opened to rebuild the Browns and to do it a little bit easier. So I'm very happy about that. All right. So let's go to our roster. I want to take a look and see kind of what the numbers are looking like for the new guys that we just signed and change them up a little bit. Godwin coming in actually is rated an 84. He's not a scheme fit guy, but it definitely helps give us a little bit more credibility to our receiving core. Gives another weapon for Shador. That's kind of really the big thing I was going after. Let's see, Ezra Cleveland. All right, we'll leave 76. Samuel Jr. Change his number. Well, 20 isn't available. Let's go with 27. All right, so who are we still, like, negotiating with? All right, the punter. Okay, we got Bates, so we got that taken care of. So the only other, the only targets we have is the punter. Okay, so now it's about what do we still need? I mean, if there's a better backup tight end out there, maybe, but honestly, I think I'm okay with letting Royer be the backup guy for right now. And free Jennings. There's 33 for the Patriots. Don't know if 33 is available. No, it's not. Let's get 34 then. Definitely need to back up Mike. And we actually could use a fifth corner. But the draft also could be where we find somebody else too. So, okay. Yeah, backup Mike linebacker. Jack Sanborn might not be a bad one. Only wants a one-year deal anyway. All right. Could use another corner. In terms of depth, Trayvon Diggs is now a 74 overall. We get Igbenogany. He wants 2 years. Okay. I'm not going to go more than 2 years. Let's just kind of adjust about that. Raise salary a little bit. All right, weighing other options. Okay, and then again, we're not going after big name guys, so we're really going after guys to try to get some depth. I feel like I'm missing another position that we could use some depth at. I mean, we've got the draft as well, so that'll be another chance for us to obviously find some improvements. Might be a good idea to actually go get a backup Sam linebacker too. All right, let's do that. Let's see who's available. Not a lot of guys, obviously. But Surratt, the lowest rated guys. At this point, we just need depth, dude. Come here for 1 year. Raise salary 8%. How about that? All right. Not a whole lot of pushback from him. All right. Let's go back to the target list here and see who we are still negotiating with. I don't think anybody else really, we really just have 3 negotiations right now that we're dealing with. Hopefully, Corey, Nick Benogany, and Sanborn all want to commit. Let's advance the next hour. All right, so we got the punter, we got the corner, and we got the middle linebacker. Or Mike, linebacker. Gotta check the numbers there. Benogany, I know, wears like number 9. He's worn number 1 before, but give him like 38. I know that's a weird number, but still. Yep, we got the punter back as well. Okay, so we're looking pretty decent right now. I mean, technically we could use another backup quarterback that's got more of a veteran presence to him. Well, let me just see who's still left. Jacoby Brissett is still there. I don't know. I kind of don't want to bring him back. If anything, I kind of just want to look for a backup quarterback in the draft. So let's go ahead and simulate to the end of free agency. There's nobody really else that I want to go and get. So let me actually go to my signings and make sure I've kind of adjusted all of the...
You can't win in the NFL without a capable quarterback, and one team has ensured that their high-end starter is going nowhere.
Just checking the contract links again, trying to see if there's anybody that I can restructure to make some more room. I mean, obviously we've got, okay, we can go Corey. So, I mean, we've still got a lot of cap space. We have $95.9 million in cap space right now. So, obviously, there's a lot that we can still do. But let's simulate to next week. I want to take a look at the mock draft whenever we get a chance and kind of see what they have us projected to do. I think we have either the 8th or the 9th pick in the draft. Mock draft number 5. Let's take a look. We have the 8th overall pick, and they're projecting us to take Trey White from Texas Tech from my Red Raiders. Well, we do need a new left edge rusher to go. If if we can actually land Trey White, we could have another solid pass rusher on the opposite side of Jared Verse. That could play very well for us. What other players are projected? I mean, Caden Green, Missouri left tackle. I mean, technically we could. Well, no, we just drafted Spencer Fano last year. Princewell Umayele from, where's this guy from? LSU? Man, that's a long name. And as far as everybody else, just a bunch of quarterbacks, receivers. Well, we're going to go with Shedeur Sanders fully in year 2 of the franchise. So I think that the one they have to do, Trey White, yeah, left edge rusher, absolutely that'll help. Unless Dylan Stewart slips. I mean, I doubt he will, but who knows? Trey White might be the move. Plus, selfishly, be nice to get one of my Red Raiders as part of the rebuild. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and advance and get ready for the draft. All right, here we go. First draft of the Cleveland Browns rebuild. All right, here we go. Trey White, are you there? There he is. Trey White, welcome to Cleveland. Wreck him. Says good pick. Hopefully it is. Okay, let's see. Could use another tight end. Let's get Evan Stewart out of Oregon. Get another playmaking weapon for Shedeur. Says another good pick. Great. Okay. Matt Rose, Mike linebacker. His corners don't look too shabby either. Let's go with Rose. Get another Mike linebacker. All right, it's an average pick, but we'll take it. More receivers. Don't really need more receivers. Right tackle Nate Pabst from Florida State looks pretty solid. We could use some solidifying over there. It says it's a bad pick, though. It's the unfortunate thing. This running back doesn't look too bad. Or Isaac Brown of Louisville. Let's get him. It's an average pick. 4th round here. This receiver, Wyatt Young, keeps slipping. Let's go ahead and take a flyer on him. It's an average pick, so it's not too bad. Moten Sr., we do need some defensive tackle depth. This is probably going to be a bad pick. Yeah, I knew it. A.J. Harris, decent corner. Let's go with him. Average pick, okay. We do need a backup tight end. Let's go with Thomas. Yeah, I knew that was going to be a bad pick. Isaiah Glasker, Sam linebacker. based on the fact that sometimes those aren't prevalent in the league, it might not be a bad idea to stack on top of them, stack them up a little bit. Ooh, QB. Ooh, Josh Hoover. But you know what? We do need some QB help. Let's go get him. So that's a bad pick. Okay. So now we're doing undrafted free agency here. Let's go to our roster and make some adjustments to the numbers and everything like that. Okay, this thing glitched. It's like showing his draft suit. Like, I want to see him. One thing I've noticed is that with these players, it defaults to like the first face for some reason. And so what I have to do is I have to go and change the appearance again. So I don't know why Madden does that. It's annoying, but I have to do this like every time. So now I got to go and find a face that looks somewhat similar to what Josh Hoover looked like. Yeah, save changes. And also, if you don't select the player and look at him, then it'll basically make, when you play in game, there'll be like a default 11 or 22 with like a basic helmet, and it will just look like not like the right player at all. It just makes everything look awkward. So yeah, Isaac Brown, I don't think is a real player, but let me see. Okay, he actually is a real player. Plays at Louisville. Wears number 1. Oh, looks like he's actually worn 25 at one point, too. Actually, let's go with that face. It doesn't really look super like him, but we're going to rock with it. And he wore 25 at one point in Louisville, so we'll go ahead and give him 25. I'll tell you what, for a third running back, doesn't look too bad. It's better than Sanders. And there's Evan Stewart.
Some players' development traits are hidden. To unlock.
Okay, let me see what Evan Stewart's number is. Ooh, he's been number 1, and he's been number 7. I don't think 7 is available, is it? No, it's not. Okay. Well, 17 is close enough. Let's give him 17. Pretty solid receiver. Right now, he's technically our 5th receiver. We're pretty loaded at receiver right now with some talent that we have. And then again, Chris Godwin is not going to be here forever. He very well might retire after the first year. Who knows? We got this other guy, Wyatt Young. Let me see if Wyatt Young is a real player. Oh, he's a real player. Oklahoma State. And where's number... Oh, it might be in North Texas, actually. No, he's at Oklahoma State. Where's number 10? In single digits, but... Well, let's give him 16. The only thing is, that is not his skin color. So we're going to have to go and find a face that's somewhat similar to his as much as I can. And I've got the players up on my laptop, and I'm like looking at them right now, so that's how I'm doing this. I'm literally doing this like raw, like just based on looking at pictures of these kids, because, you know, I don't know every single football player off the top of my head for obvious reasons. This kind of looks like him. So let's give him that face. Let's save the changes. Okay, I know we drafted another tight end, Dorian Thomas. Yeah, he's a real player too. He plays for New Mexico right now. Where's number 7? Yeah, give him like 87. Yeah, that's probably fine.